right, we want to welcome everybody today to Mom and Dad Talks. And the good thing is today we have Mom and Dad. We almost lost Mom last week, amen. But this week, excuse me, Tuesday. But Mom survived, and we want to talk to you guys particularly about how to be aware of the signs of a heart attack. Unfortunately, a lot of people die from this. And I think it's just a good thing for people to know what are the signs and what happened. So I'm going to tell my mom and dad from their perspective as far as what happened. I'm going to start with my mom, since you are a survivor. Okay. Amen, because we're talking to
Amen.
you. We'll start with you, Mom. Go ahead and tell you what you recognize and tell the people about what you had.
Okay. First of all, we as individuals need to know our bodies. I know mine, and I know the signs to look for if something's wrong. And I will tell you this. I need to, when something goes wrong with my health, I can always pinpoint it, and I know what's wrong. And when I go to the hospital, I tell them what is wrong with me. And then they take it from there and they go to verify it. And when they come back, they tell me that what I told them was correct. So that's number one rule that I would say, to know your body, know the signs and signals that your body sends you, because a lot of us go to our graves early because we disobey the signs that are given to us. I'm going to just tell you about my brother real quickly that I lost in 2017. He went to work, and while he was at work, he was getting he had chest pains, and he worked all day complaining about his chest aching. And the fellow that he worked with said, "Man, let me take you to the hospital." And no, I'll be all right. Well, after he got off of work, he drove home in pain. And when he walked in the house, his wife saw that he was in pain, and she took him to the emergency room right away. All right, so they worked on him at the hospital she took him to because of where they lived. And the hospital did all they could do, but they said, "We're going to send you to another hospital," which was like 25 miles away, in an ambulance. And the doctor told my brother, "Kiss your wife goodbye. Give your wife a kiss." So he gave her a kiss. They took him in the ambulance, took him to the next hospital. And we were notified that he was in the hospital. And we weren't there very long before we saw the looks of a nurse coming in and telling us that he had expired. And his life was snuffed out because he disobeyed the signs of him having something wrong with his heart. And he died because his aorta busted. So that took him out. So I remembered that sign that he had. And this past Tuesday, I was feeling a little tired. And I said, "Well, let me lay down here a little bit and rest." Because anytime I feel tired, I just lay down. So while I was laying down, this pain hit my chest on the right side, and it just would not go away. I said, "What? This feels like my heart." Because I wasn't sure whether it was on the left side or the right side or what. But I said, "I think it's my heart." But then I started sweating so bad. I have never broken out in a sweat like I did Tuesday. So I told my husband, I said, "Dell," I said, "I'm having a heart attack." He said, "Well, let's go to the hospital." So he took me to the hospital, to the emergency room. And when I walked in the emergency room, the lady asked me, I told her, I said, "I am having a heart attack." She says, "I need your name and date of birth." I gave her that, and they whisked me into the emergency room where the doctors and the nurses could take care of me. And I told them, I said, "I'm having a heart attack." And within minutes after running these tests that they ran on me while there, they came back and confirmed that I had a heart attack. And so they were going to send me to another hospital. And they put me in the ambulance, and I went to the next city in the next state in Indiana. And that's where I stayed for 2 days for them to find out about this heart attack. And so, to make a long story short, they didn't have to do a stent. They didn't have to do open heart surgery. I was thankful for that. They said they could correct what was wrong by medication. And so right now I am on a heart monitor for 30 days. And I know what I'm limited to do, and what I can and feel like doing, I do. And what I don't feel like doing, I don't do. So I just listen to my body signs. So I say all that to say this. Know the signs that your body sends you, and you might live a little bit longer.
Thank you, Mom. So, Dad, you're on the other end of this, recognizing Mom. When did you know something was wrong with Mom, and how did you recognize it, that you had to take her immediately?
Well, when she came to me and said, I need to go to the hospital, I have a pain in my chest. And actually, when she said the pain in the chest, I knew, well, that's a heart attack. And then she had cold sweats. She was sweating. And cold sweats and pain in your chest, that's a good sign of a heart attack. It's not indigestion, it's not gas or anything else, but it is a heart attack. And heart attacks are to be taken seriously. And when I got to the hospital, by the time I parked, they had her in a room and they had monitors on her. And so I said, okay, this is serious. This is serious. It's just nothing mild. And then when I saw all the doctors come in, I said, okay. And then as they were transporting her in the ambulance, the paramedic said, kiss your wife before she leaves. And then I flashed back, okay, that's what the paramedic told her brother's wife, her brother's wife to do. And I said, okay, this is serious. And when I got there, they were there. They were there, and they weren't wasting time. And so that's when I knew it was really, really seriously. And so for us as minorities, we have to take heart attacks very, very seriously, because it attacks us. Because we're on blood pressure, we are blood pressure medicine, and we have blood pressure problems, we have sugar problems, diabetes problems, and it's hereditary. It's in our genes. And you would think that someone as thin as Myrna wouldn't be subject to a heart attack, but it's in the DNA.
Well, Dad, thank you very much. And this is more of a cerebral thing. And like I said, we always try to keep it light, but we always try to also keep it educational here. And I'm thankful that my mom is living with us people. Give my mom a kiss. My dad, give my daddy a kiss. Dad, love them both. Just let you know. And, spend time loving your parents. Never take any day for granted with them.
That's right.
Because you never know it's going to be the last. And so, I can tell from my perspective when I talk to my parents, I talk to them every day. And I'm glad I do, because I love them and I miss them. And when I spend time with them, I just enjoy the moment with them. So, folks, you only have one set of parents.
And husbands, cherish your wives, because you never know how valuable they are till they're in the hospital and you have to cook your own meals and wash your own clothes and wash your own dishes.
Yes. So anyway, folks, until next time, thank you for coming to Mom and Dad Talks. I hope it was educational and good for you there. And Mom, she's doing well. She's getting better. Stay on your diets, folks. Listen to the doctor.
That's right. And don't take that medication.
One last statement I will say. So everybody's trying to tell me, even my church friends, oh, Myrna, you need to take a rest. And I'm a musician at my church. I said, well, as long as I can play, I'm going to go. Oh, no, you need to stay and rest. So before I left the hospital, I asked my cardiologist doctor, I said, so what are my limitations? Am I still able to play the piano? And he said, yes, you're still able to play the piano. So with that in mind, I said, I'm going to church this Sabbath and I'm going to play. So today, being our Sabbath, I prepared a piano solo that falls right in line with what I've gone through this week. And I gave my testimony of what had happened to me this week. And I said, now, with that, what I've said, I am going to play for you. Now I belong to Jesus. And I truly believe that I belong to him, because he sure did see me through this ordeal this week. And as I said, the doctor said they can fix this up and correct it by medication.
All right. Well, thank you, Mom, for that. Until next time on Mom and Dad Talk, we'll see you later. Bye, everyone.
Bye.